It took me 2 years to decide to make that jump.
There is no straight path. There is nobody helping you. It's up to you to kind of figure it out.
There are no holidays, there are no sick pay.
Naturally, if you are an entrepreneur, you're taking risks.
Why does somebody become an entrepreneur? Is it personality or circumstances?
You just have to have this outward energy that attracts other people, and you have to believe so hard in yourself that other people can see it.
I've asked these startup founders to complete a personality test to find out whether the theories about the entrepreneur personality are true, for this group at least.
New businesses only exist because their founders started them. They took a risk to do that, but why? There's a lot of research on whether entrepreneurs have a particular personality type, or whether all they have in common is that they responded to a business opportunity.
This evening, a group of entrepreneurs are pitching to potential investors. I want to find out what they say made them want to start their own business and what they had to walk away from.
So I actually had to finish my modelling career in order to do this, and that was a huge risk because I wasn't earning money anymore, I wasn't taking up jobs, so I had to literally drop a very lucrative and luxurious career with nice money to become an entrepreneur.
My parents obviously hate me for trying to become an entrepreneur, number one, which is always good.
Some of the founders have stepped away from jobs in the corporate world, but they're not missing it.
I actually struggled mentally with the whole corporate dynamics on, office politics. It's like a whole different ecosystem of people and brains, and I felt like I just didn't fit in.
I never made a particularly good employee, if I can put it that way, and I would see things that just didn't make sense. But I've always wanted to build something of my own.
You're giving up, a lucrative, salary. For what at first? For nothing. Okay, it is a huge source of stress also in my family with my partner.
You don't earn much money. You just literally working. I work too hard, but I don't see it as work.
So what kind of person can make it as an entrepreneur?
Some of the psychological research on entrepreneurship uses a well-known test called the Big 5 personality traits. And of those traits, entrepreneurs were found to be high on openness, which means that they like new ideas, on extroversion, as you might expect, and also on conscientiousness, which means that they're good at hard work. But they were low on neuroticism, and that means they're good at coping with stress.
I love to be under a lot of pressure, high pressure situations. I've always put myself out of my comfort zone with everything I do. Starting this company was a massive leap for me out of something into the unknown.
Well, I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I was born to do this, may I say. So my father is an entrepreneur, and he kind of guided me to be like that.
When I quit my job, I immediately fell back into my, my full self and started creating things.
Sounds like this situation allows you to be yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
The founders did the Big 5 personality traits test, so I wanted to see what they thought about their own results.
Your highest score was on extroversion.
Yes.
Did that surprise you?
Not really, no. If you ask anyone, that's probably where my strength lies, and as a commercially minded CEO, I think it's very helpful.
Extroversion was also Esteban Quintero's top trait.
Did you expect that?
Yeah, totally, yes. Like when people ask me hey, are you kind of extrovert or introvert? I say I'm super extrovert. I go to concerts or parties, and I'm the one talking to people, asking people to dance. I'm the one putting all the energy in the party, so yeah, I feel like that.
Some of these traits have been learnt, according to the founders. Alex Malokwu used to work as a financial trader.
You got very low in neuroticism, and that means you're very good at coping with stress.
Yeah.
Is that something that you recognise in yourself?
Yeah, that comes from the trading part of me, because all these other traders were brilliant at just trying to manage their stress.
Sev Gunis Lasnet's highest score was on openness to new experiences.
And it's probably, curiosity, and quite a high level of curiosity, like, oh, maybe we could do things this way, oh, maybe, something hasn't been done rightly in the market, and maybe I could fix it, or, always having this small interest that pops up.
Well, I've added together all the personality test results, and they pretty much conform to what the psychologists expect. The strongest traits are extroversion, conscientiousness, and openness, exactly what the entrepreneurs are supposed to have. And all of them scored lowest on neuroticism. So it really does seem this test works.
But there's another theory which I heard from some of the founders. It's that entrepreneurs invent themselves by responding to the situation they find themselves in.
There isn't really a founder or entrepreneur personality. I think people are drawn to problems, and you get a range of personalities depending on the problem.
I think it's probably situational and personality together. I mean, between myself and the other 8 founders, we are very, very different people, very different backgrounds, very different stories, but we've all kind of situationally seen an opportunity to slide in the market gap somewhere.
I'm sure the psychologists are right when they say that entrepreneurs are risk takers, hard workers, and good at coping with stress. That's just what it's like in a startup. But entrepreneurs are also all different. So if you find yourself presented with a business opportunity, don't be put off by thinking you're the wrong type. It takes all sorts, and who knows, you might be one of them.
So my advice will be do it, and on the way you will find out if you are good at it or not.